Hey there, we're going to get into some messages. Let's ask the angel, saints, ancestors, and spirit guides into our energy for divine guidance with messages for our highest and greatest good. High honor is at the bottom of the deck, and then I have the Empress. So I've shuffled, prepared. We're going to get into this message. So let's see. Divine feminine energy, Venus, okay? Grounding love here in the physical realm. Really tapped into all that is and will be. There's like this flow about her, right? She goes with the flow. She's in flow. There's this beautiful like lit background, and it, you know, it's yellow, and it kind of like matches her crown, and the crown's kind of lit up. So it's kind of like she's enlightened, okay? And then, you know, there's this abundance of, you know, creation here, growth, development here. So I feel like this is beautiful. It represents our collective, and I look forward to getting into the messages. All right, so start with this. We're going to start with the Kipper. Okay, the bottom of the deck is the high honor here. All right, so I feel like people maybe see you as high honor, and rightfully so. I'm also getting that you're willing to put up a fight, right, as well. So you fight for what you want. I feel like, you know, that's needed in order to move forward. There's something that you're moving towards, like as far as a goal is concerned. And you very well could feel like you've been battling something as well. Or there's some sort of like ancestry that would have somebody who, you know, fought for a cause. So I'm getting like there's a bit of fighting for a cause here. And there's high honor in what you're doing, okay, and what you're fighting for. I feel like there's some sort of like waiting and expecting and sitting back and just letting things play out naturally. All right, this is kind of that Empress energy, right? Like sitting back, right? Tuning in, looking to see what's going on, right? Letting things play out, knowing that oh, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and there's this like, again, like glow coming in through the window, and it's like illuminating things, or things are illuminated to this person who's, you know, it's like I kind of saw that there's like this foresight energy here. So yeah, and then there's this child energy. This can represent a couple different things. This can represent like a new beginning. It can represent knowing about something, right? And just waiting for things to kind of come out in the open on their own. This can also represent inner child work as well as your own children. So we'll get more info. Okay, we have a message. So there's some sort of communication here when it comes to something that's going on with a child energy. I have a privileged lady. Okay, so this is maybe somebody wanting to take from somebody. Someone maybe tried to hide something or did something in the background. Maybe there's some sort of communication going on about this. Maybe there's, let me get another card. Let's see. There's like a couple here that try to take advantage of somebody or do something behind their back. I feel like maybe someone married somebody maybe as a result of a child. Maybe I feel like this is, maybe you're finding out something official. Maybe you already figured this out in your head, or, you know, you kind of had the foresight of this, but now it's like coming out into the physical, like there's proof of it now. Or there's talk about it, about, you know, maybe this, you know, there's a few involved here, right? I have a privileged lady, and then I've got someone in this energy of being kind of like in tune with what's going on, but maybe, you know, it was not, there's like this lack of awareness here in the physical realm is what I'm getting. I feel like somebody did something at work and they tried to hide it. They tried to cover it up. And I feel like, you know, the gig is up is what I'm getting. The gig is up. Yeah. Someone has fallen from grace and they think that they're like the main squeeze, but like they're the main squeeze in reverse. Okay. So I feel like this is something that like this person did at work. I feel like they may have actually taken in some way, shape, or form. I feel like there's some sort of attachment here that they're being like manipulated and controlled, or somebody likes to control those that they're around for the sake of their own like benefit here. Yeah, I feel like, you know, maybe there's proof now. Maybe the child is representing proof, or these two created something that was immoral or lacked integrity. All right, so the child can also represent like creating a business, or, you know, something that they birthed into reality. I do have an official person here, and then I have bad health. Okay, so there's something going on when it comes to someone's well-being. Okay, there might be a need to go in a new direction, maybe leave a situation. There is this journey energy, maybe leaving a relationship, partnership here. Someone is finding something out officially, maybe about their work and maybe about their health, their well-being. Main male energy still. Someone may need to make some drastic changes is what's going on here. Okay. All right. I feel like someone may have to like legit leave a situation, you know, something that they thought that they were going to benefit highly from. Okay. I feel like there was a lot done. Like, I feel like they pretended to be this way, but behind the scenes they were this way. So this is like Jekyll and Hyde energy. That's this couple, like they're con artists. And they deserve each other. And they are each other's karma, is what I'm getting. Yeah, I was, for sure. So that change can happen, right? Or they're preventing someone from being able to receive what they deserve and trying to create, and from changing, right? I don't know, like there's some like, you know, ill will here. I have the gift. There's some sort of blessing or gift. Maybe there's some realization that whatever they thought that they were going to get, they're not getting. Yeah. I think they thought to get I think they thought they were going to get unexpected income. Main female, yeah. That's this person right here, right there, okay? And then like as soon as it gets dark, she turns into that. Like, what the fudge? Same with the masculine, like, oh, hello, I'm all like prim and proper, and then like his true like narcissistic ass shows up. Yeah, he's got people chained and controlled and manipulated and believing this and that. She's doing the same. Like, they're both like playing each other, okay? So, you know, I would say the players are getting played, okay? That's what this is about. The players are getting played. I feel like you're not missing anything. Okay, this is like despair in reverse. So maybe this main female thought that, you know, they could take something from you, like a gift. Maybe it was like, you know, somebody or something, and they thought that you would be really brokenhearted and in despair like forever over this. And I feel like you're not. So you consider like what happened as a blessing and a gift. So for you, it's all about, you know, what you can grow from and create from. And that's why, you know, there's this gift here. It's not about like who you break along the way and who is in bad health as a result of your actions and their actions. You know, not having to take and abuse and control people to, you know, live your life. Like, there's things here that, you know, there's energy here that is being held to account. So that's what's playing out here. Okay. Yeah, there's some sort of sudden wealth energy here. 11 is significant. Family room. And then I have unexpected income. Goodness gracious. Okay. I feel like someone is the jackpot. And then there's adjudication, right? So there's despair playing out, or somebody doesn't feel like any kind of remorse for what they did. I feel like, you know, I'm not sure about that exactly, but it could be either one of them, or it could be you, in the sense that you're like, I'm good that this like played out the way it did because I am free from that person and that energy. You know, we do have the family room here, so I feel like somebody is, you know, not really doing well, and, you know, potentially there's something going on at this house, and it's creating some sort of like concern. You know, regarding this unexpected income here and this sudden wealth, I feel like somebody, you know, may have thought that maybe they were promised something by somebody in order to kind of like lure them in. And maybe for a little while they were receiving, but then things shifted. I feel like there was adjudication here. There's something that they're being held to account about. All right. And I feel like it's how they handled themselves in some situations here that involved others. I feel like it's them and their friends, their family, their coworkers, their coven, whatever you want to call it. I feel like there is like an opportunity here to make changes and to learn from, you know, what we do here and how we create things. And, you know, sometimes lessons can be painful and difficult. So I feel like there's this like community kind of like involved. And then there's poverty here. So maybe somebody is, you know, being kind of extricated from either whoever they surround themselves with. It might be as a result of a ruling. These two could be kind of having to deal with legal issues about maybe this, you know, thieving that they've been doing, this conning they've been doing, this maybe even, I'm hearing conning, but then I'm also getting like stealing people's identities or catfishing or some sort of illegal activity. And there was some talk, like real, like something maybe at work too. Maybe there was a bit of that, or maybe what somebody does for work. I feel like where they thought they were going to gain is where they're going to lose. So I feel like someone is, you know, feeling like what they maybe tried to do for money didn't really pan out. So I think things are kind of falling apart because, you know, are we doing things for the right reason, right? So they're not going to last. Yeah, there's legal issues here at the courthouse. Something is coming out officially. So yeah, I'm getting like these people are being held to account on whatever they did that they shouldn't have been doing. Okay. And things are starting to close out here. So that's a good sign. So if you've been kind of like sitting back, chilling and relaxing and knowing to trust the process, then you're trusting the process and things are playing out in divine timing here. I have the courthouse, I have poverty, I have the mature woman. All right. So this is, you know, representing a bit of collective energy as well. Just knowing like how things truly work and knowing that they're going to balance out, right? Let's see. Oh, I have distant horizon. Then I have the lovers. Okay. And then I have coffin. Wow. Yeah, I'm getting like this is kind of like, you know, waiting for things to play out naturally, right? Not getting involved, you know, staying in between, knowing that, you know, some things take a bit of time to kind of like sort out. Maybe you're sorting things out, right? Sitting back, focusing on, you know, what you got going on. And then the distant horizon is really speaking to one, timing, to the fact that like something's being unanchored and no longer grounded and it's moving in a new direction. So I'm getting like it could very much relate to some sort of partnership. And I feel like this is coming to an end, like a finale. There's like a big finale finish here. All right. It may involve a house and work. Maybe someone is losing a job potentially because they may be dealing with some legal issues, maybe even spiritual or physical imprisonment, or feeling trapped in a situation or not able to escape their actions. Right? I feel like there is concern. So there's a lot of chatter about this. Again, message of concern. There's a lot of chatter about this. Okay, it is about these false con artist people. Okay, whoever they may be. All right, I feel like they wanted to be a wealthy man so badly that they did whatever it took to try to be a wealthy man, and they didn't care who they messed up with to get there. I feel like they think of you often. Okay, female or masculine. I feel like you chose the right path. And you are standing in your light and you're being guided to like this huge, beautiful experience ahead. I feel like this is no longer for you, right? You have chosen a different path, okay? This main person, this main male is in the reverse because they're not compatible with you is what I'm getting. And then there is a mature man energy here that is of high honor, that is coming into your energy. And I feel like you're going to create a legacy with them. And so that is why this did not work out. And yes, you see this as a blessing. This was a blessing in disguise for sure. So very awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a great first reading. So I'm going to do another, and I'm going to use this deck here. Okay. Empress at the bottom of the deck. She'll stay there, and we'll do a part 2. Okay.